Inspiring messages,
Months into the pregnancy, I had just felt this lump in the right.
making a difference.
Say, Anne-Marie, when the right season comes.
It's life, health, family, marriage, divorce, and so much more.
Today is separation in marriage. On set is my dear friend Gemma.
Heart of a Woman, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. right here on TIN.
Victim of satanic attack since we had a very good life.
Heart of a Woman.
From my heart to yours. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we are back with my darling, my dear friend and overcomer, Reverend Zelia Digans. And listen, guys, this is part one, what we're doing. So after this, you need to tune in for part two. So Z, we were, you said that you were dying.
Yes. And I was at the point where they had to fly me to Trinidad, and I was just thanking God for being able to move from blood count being 2 to 9 in one go.
And I'm thinking, blood count, because I had issues with blood count. 5, my blood count being 5 was you're spaced out, much less 2 0. That's the power of God. From 2 to 9.
Power of God, power of prayer.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you were able to be flown to Trinidad. But getting to Trinidad, you're getting down in the ambulance and getting in the helicopter. I had to lie because, lie on the stretcher because you couldn't sit.
Yeah.
And, all of this time I'm in Pampers and everything, and they had to, but they only walk with about 2. But you know what? Because they didn't understand how to hook up the catheter, whatever they pass inside of you, everything got shut because of the clots that was coming that would block the passageway, and so for it not to come back into the system, it was a whole mess. I can't even explain it. And you had this bag attached that you had to empty all the time because it's being filled with blood, and you had to go around with this and empty. And so when I was flown to Trinidad in Mount Hope Hospital, the nurses did everything, and then the nurse went. You would think that because it's a patient from Tobago, that they would put you on the ward and deal with it because this is an arrangement that was made. No, that didn't happen to me. I spent 13 hours in the accident and emergency with nobody to attend to me lying there. My husband was there with me because we got down about 9 o'clock the night. He was there until about midnight when they told him he could not stay anymore. And more people coming, and people coming around, and he left. And I lied there from that 9 o'clock, right? And the bag
9 in the morning.
9 in the night, 9 p.m. And the bag is being filled up. And there were doctors sitting just a stone throw away from me. And I'm calling onto them, and they watch me as though they don't know who I'm speaking with. Literally, I had my phone. I took up pictures of the bag filled. I still have those pictures. I took up pictures of the doctor sitting. From the time I did that and they saw the light flicker, they got up, they came across, they looked and they said, okay, what's happened? Somebody would come. Nobody came. A nurse came by and I asked her, and she just kind of emptied because, no, she didn't empty it. I'm lying. This was later. I'm just trying to recollect. What happened is that I got up because afterwards I remember pulling myself up from the bed, and I'm literally doing the action, lifting myself up and looking for a bedpan or something, and I try to empty all that stuff out into something because I don't want to go back in because you're having all these things and it's painful because you're in pain. Then I have to change these Pampers because the Tobago hospital gave me about 4 Pampers because they said just in case nothing happened, right? And I change the Pampers around for myself because the blood would ooze out, and sometimes you change. I clean up myself.
And you're going through all
and
this
I'm going
pain.
through. And then I remember a doctor came and he said, "Oh, you, the patient from Tobago, did you bring any paper with blood transfusion?" But I had a whole lot. But the Tobago hospital told me do not give them all away. So I gave him 2 because I thought the doctor came to help me.
Right.
He came to get my blood transfusion paper so that he can use it for his other patient. That's what I realized after. But it's a good thing they told me, because I would have given him all.
Yes.
Because you see, you have to walk with it. So I gave him 2, and I never saw that doctor after that. And so I was there until, you know, there was a pregnant nurse that was on the ward. You know, those that were not nurse,
Like a
nursing assistant.
Yeah.
And she was there, and she's pregnant, and you know, I called her, and that was the only one that came and assisted me, this
God
pregnant
always
woman.
send somebody.
And she helped me. This was about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm not having anything to eat. They haven't given you anything. I have been there since 9 o'clock. And just about 1 o'clock that afternoon, following day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, now, it is since 9 o'clock, I saw someone pass by that I thought was a friend of my sister. And I said to someone, call that lady, call it, you know, because she, and when she turned around, I said, oh my, I said, listen, could you come please? Because she's a nurse there, and she said this is her second to last day. She was leaving, you know, she was retiring and whatever. It was really my sister's friend. And she just came to tie up some loose ends and make sure everything was okay. And I said to her what happened, because she didn't know, because I mean, everything happened so quickly. And she said, you know what, I'm going to check and see what could be done. And because of her, she found a bed. If it was not for her, I would have been there still. She found a bed, she got me on the ward, she got me Pampers, she made sure she took care of me. She came on her own thing, and you know, she put me in, and that was it.
It's amazing though that, I mean, in Trinidad and Tobago in 2015, well,
that was 2013.
You know, in 2013 that people are still going through this, you know. So it is amazing, but God is able. God is still good.
And I look at it and I say God is in control. And
exactly.
I got on that ward, and you know that within then the nurses there would come and they would help. But you see, when it came to the night, I am sharing what happened because of them not understanding the whole issue of with the tube, and the blood clot would get into the tube and block the flow, because it's all these things are coming.
So it would be more pain.
They need to come. The doctor said for it to flow, they need to come and syringe flush it out so that it could flow. Now this thing is coming often. It's flowing because they have the tube going in, you know. And I remember one of the nurses coming in, because you had to buzz them to come anytime. It's, oh geez, I come to sleep, you know, you every minute you bothering people, whatever.
Wow.
But you know what,
amazing.
I did not, you know, that said to me, I'm not going to bother anybody, but I kept on, when it's really overbearing, you know, and I spoke with them, now it's okay, you know, whatever. They wanted to give me a bedpan and whatever, and all of that. And I said, listen, they gave me the little seat with that you can use for yourself, because they said they didn't want me to walk to the bathroom. But you know what, and had people who were supposed to come to clean or whatever, I used to say to them, listen, I can clean myself. And they felt happy because they didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, they don't want
but
to do
I said to myself, I must be healed, I must be okay. And I work, and I got myself, I took my time and do whatever. I clean everything, and so they were shocked at times.
Yes.
Right? But I lie next to people with so many different issues. One of the things that was really surprising to me, there was a lady that was next to me. This lady had so much complications that the only thing that she had was her, I mean, she spoke and she would sing, and you know, I just kind of spoke with her. But she, you know, I tried to ask her, she had high blood pressure, she had, sugar, she had, what do you call it, with salt, hypertension. So high blood pressure, hypertension.
She had it all.
Yeah, she had tubes, she can't do anything. Her hands were stiff, everything. But she would just talk, and then, I would just say hi, whatever, but, my family relatives would come. But what I do remember is that in the midst of it, God had said to me to give to this lady some money.
Right.
And I called my husband and I said to him, could you bring X amount? And he said to me, why you need money in the hospital?
What you going to buy?
Yeah. I said, just please listen to me, just be obedient, just bring this amount of money. And he did. That's the kind of loving person.
Yes, he is.
And I really thank God. He was amazing. My husband was there in the morning shift, in the evening shift.
Wow.
from the time it opened, I didn't even have to wait for 5 or 10 minutes after, but he would come before. He would take my clothes that I need to carry them home, wash them. I was saying you eat, and he would go through that from morning to evening while I was there in the hospital. He came every day, really just make sure everything was okay.
And the children were in Tobago.
They were in Tobago, right?
So we thank God for your family as well.
Yeah. And so he was there, and he brought the money and everything, and you know, I asked him for several envelopes, and I put it in. And then, you know, the lady was there. I gave it to her, asked him to give it to her, and he gave it to her. And then, you know, people came and visited me, and I also got a card from someone, and I rested him. So I gave the lady, and you know, in business, I had the card and I rested down, but I used to be praying and singing, because in the midst of it, you know, you still had your pain. And then the lady, the morning, she got up and she said, neighbor, she used to call me neighbor. She said, neighbor. And I said, yes. She said, thank you, you know. I said, it's no problem. She said, you know what? She said, I'm being discharged, you know, and I needed this amount of money because I cannot move. And this is the amount of money I need to be transported home, because I have to pay an ambulance, because you see, I can't sit, I can't do anything. I need an ambulance service, and the hospital does not provide that. You have to pay for that kind of service. And I don't have any money to do it, and this is what I need. And I said, God, I thank you for obedience.
Yes.
So, you know, while there, you know, I said, you know, and I went and I took my Bible, and then I said, oh, this card that they brought, let me read the card. And when I opened the card, the exact amount of money, that plus a little bit more, that I gave to the lady, and I was like, wow, God, I thank you for being obedient.
That is the God we serve.
Right?
That is the God we
Yes.
serve. And you know, in everything, it's still ministry.
It's still
Our whole life. Our lives. And that is what I don't know if people get it as yet.
Yeah.
When we talk about ministry, we think ministry is pulpit.
Yes, that's so true.
But your life is ministry in whatever sphere.
Yeah, and no matter
God
what
puts
pain
you.
you're going through, people are also going through pain.
Exactly.
And so you minister through your pain.
Ministry,
And that is
yeah.
what I say. Overcoming, and that is one of the things that you do in overcoming. That in the midst of your pain, you overcome by being a help without studying your pain. Because yes, I was in pain, but that was not the focus. But the focus was just being obedient to help somebody else, to see somebody else, because I saw the lady had 2 young children. They came to visit. They were in school uniform. So I knew that, you know, but I just said, you know, I wanted to bless her. I did not know her situation.
Yes.
But this is what it is. We cannot be selfless and say, I am the only one going through whatever I'm going through.
And get so caught up in your own
in
life.
in your own demise or your own struggle. But in the midst of your struggle, you have to always become a blessing, because it helps you to become a better person.
And I think that is when we understand our purpose.
Yes.
Why are we here? You know, yes, we will have challenges. Yes, we will have problems. We will have issues. You know, I know of a woman, she was going through problems with her husband and divorce, and I think she even got sick as well. But she found in that she was there for other women that were going through.
And that is so important. You know, as you said, you know, you're talking about overcoming. Overcoming means you becoming better by helping other people. You don't become bitter.
Yes, you
by
become
what you
better.
Right. You are not consumed by your own situation, but you are consumed by being a benefit to other people and to yourself.
Right.
Because you see, your betterment comes from your mind. Because once your mind is clear and you understand who you are, you feel better, others feel better, and that helps you on the step to overcoming.
Amen. So there's so much we have to do again.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our part 2 of overcoming with Reverend Celia DeGans, my dear friend, and I'm hoping this time we will have my darling friend too, Minister Andre DeGans, on set with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for viewing Heart of a Woman, and we want you to join us again where we'll have part 2 of Overcoming with Reverend Celia DeGans. So God bless you from my heart to yours. Bye-bye.
Clothing and accessories provided by Afro Gypsy Nook, located at 28th North All Fields, Lowlands, Tobago.